today we're going to be discussing how I managed to get fat due to bodybuilding. And of course it depends who you compare yourself to, but I'm comparing myself to me, of course, like you should as well. And compared to how I normally look, I actually ended up getting fat. As proof to you guys, here you go. Here's a clip of me. I did not share my body with you guys on YouTube because I was not really focusing on fitness at that point. I was just doing loads of eating, junk food vlogs and that kind of stuff. And you can really see that I was carrying a lot of extra body fat. You can see my stomach is wobbling while I'm walking and it's horrible. Like, I did not feel good about myself at that point. So when you're into fitness and bodybuilding, especially as a guy, you learn how to eat clean, you learn how to get in as much volume as possible for the least amount of calories so you don't put on unwanted fat. Now, when you stop doing that, when you stop eating clean, when you cut out all those veggies and you start going for cheat meals and cheat days and restaurants and that kind of stuff, the amount of food that you eat will be the same in terms of volume, but the calories will all of a sudden triple or quadruple, and that's exactly what happened to me. I just lost the spark for a little while, and I was going to loads of junk food places, trying out all kinds of vegan burgers and pizza and Ben & Jerry's, pies, cakes, everything that you can imagine. I was just overindulging. As you guys know, junk food is a lot of fat, so fat gets stored as body fat really easily. I was still hitting the gym hard, but just doing weight training is not enough. If you eat horribly, your body will look like shit. Now, some people think that it's because it's all vegan food. This is why you're fat. It's because you're vegan. You're eating all them carbs. About 2.5 years ago, I actually made the same mistake. I was eating loads of steak, hence the steak in the thumbnail. I was eating loads of ice creams and cookies, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. I really love that stuff, but I had a lot less muscle mass, so it didn't look as bad. Now let's really break down how I and many other people mess up when they're trying to lean bulk. And I'm gonna use the good old whiteboard to help explain it. The reason why I got really out of shape is the same reason why most people are out of shape. And that is the lack of motivation. Now, it didn't just happen out of the blue. I stopped focusing on fitness and healthy eating on YouTube. Since I was focusing less on fitness, I started caring less about how I looked or how healthy I was, which then, as you saw, led to a horrible diet. When I started seeing my body fat go up, I felt more demotivated to get back on track, until of course one day I woke up disgusted with myself and remembered why I created a YouTube channel in the first place: to help people become a better version of themselves. I got my shit together and forced myself to make more fitness content. Instead of not caring, I started caring about helping people as much as possible again. Then, as I have to practice what I preach, I had to clean up my diet and eat healthy foods again. And only then, after forcing my way through all those steps, I finally felt motivated like I never felt before. Note that this is the last step. Don't wait until you feel motivated. The day may never come. Force yourself in the beginning, and I promise the motivation will follow. Now let's really break down how I and other people get out of shape. Let's say that your maintenance calories, or the calories you need to maintain your current body weight, is 2,800 calories, and your goal, like mine was, is to put on muscle mass at a slow, steady pace with minimal fat gain. We then increase our daily calories slightly to 3,000 calories, or a 200 calorie surplus per day. Here I'm drawing 12 boxes representing 12 days. Let's say you track what you eat and you meet your calorie goals for the first 2 days, but on the third day you go slightly overboard with 500 extra calories, which could, for example, just come from 2 extra cookies. You don't feel too bad about that and track perfectly for another 2 days until you have a meal one day that puts you 1,000 calories over what your goal is. And since your goal is to put on weight, you may not even think too much about it, because 1,000 calories could just be an extra burger with a side of fries. You then proceed to do 2 more perfect days and decide you've done pretty well, and since you're bulky anyway, why not enjoy a cheat day? You don't really track it that day because you want to enjoy as much as possible, and it ends up coming to 6,000 calories, which can really easily be done with junk food. You then have another 2 perfect days until you go slightly overboard again by another 1,000 calories. Now you may think to yourself that you just messed up on that one cheat day and had a little extra on 3 other days, but added up you had 5,500 calories more than you aimed for during those 12 days, which actually adds up to around 1.5 pounds of extra fat gain. And that is without even counting your daily 200 calorie surplus. That is a lot of fat in a very short time. Now, if you repeat that cycle a few times, you will all of a sudden look horrible. So a better way to approach it would be, for example, when you have one day where you are 500 calories over, you compensate for it the next day by having 500 calories less. Or when you have a day with 1,000 calories over, compensate with 500 calories less over the following 2 days to make up for it. You absolutely need to track your calories if you want to get optimal results, especially if you're doing flexible dieting and including cheat meals. To get you to do this, think of the pros and cons of having a lifestyle of healthy eating and loads of training. You will have more energy, you'll be healthier, you will look a lot better, which then boosts your confidence, and most importantly, you will learn a life skill of how to be persistent to reach your goals by being consistent in the gym. And what are the cons? Well, the only thing that I can think of is that it will be hard in the beginning. Sounds like a pretty awesome exchange to me. So, what are you waiting for? Check this out. It's finally sunny here in Norway. We have how many more days here? We have 4 days here left?
Yes.
4 days left before we head back to Spain, where we currently live. Catherine's parents are back, so we're finally relieved of our babysitting duties. So we are free. But first thing we're gonna do is go to the gym and have a kick-ass arm workout. This is a reminder for everyone watching not to skip today's session. Let's go. So I got the meal here. Excited, I'm hungry. But what I made was some vegetables, these mini corn things, I'm not sure what it's called. Cauliflower, some sour cabbage, along with some mixed beans. So I'm gonna have this along with a protein shake from Vivo Life. Then I'm gonna go downstairs and get some work. I got a piece of cabbage in my throat. And then I'm gonna go downstairs and get some work done. Okay, about to go to football/soccer. I haven't done this in months and months and months. And that is because I've had a knee injury and I haven't felt it in a long time. So this is gonna be my first kind of like intense sport activity that I've done in a long time. Training is over, no issues with my knee whatsoever, so really happy about that. Gonna go back home, shower, have something to eat, and then I'm gonna pack my stuff and go all the way up in the village over there in the middle of nowhere to visit my grandpa. So my post-workout meal was a taco salad, which consists of lettuce, chopped peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes. I also boiled some protein pasta to throw on top of the salad. I also threw on some avocado on there, extremely important step, and heated up some pinto beans and threw in some taco spice mix in there. This is by far one of my favorite meals, so I brought the meal down to the office to work on some online training stuff and had a protein shake from Vivo Life. A lot of you guys have loved it, so thank you for the feedback. If you guys want to try it out, I really recommend it, as it is the best protein on the market in terms of health and natural ingredients. Link and the discount code is in the description box below. So I ate this meal up, finished some work, and went to my grandpa's place. It's 10 p.m. now and finishing out the day, going for a walk just to enjoy, you know, the fresh air for the last few days that we're here before going back to Barcelona. What did I do? I'm gonna have to go home because my feet are soaking wet and it's freezing. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, guys, I just tried to share my personal experience with you guys, and you know, that's what I want to do with this channel. I want to be as relatable, as personal, as transparent as possible. I just want to show you guys that, you know, we're all human. In this age of social media bullshit that everyone's trying to portray a perfect life, you know, it's all bullshit, guys. I've met a lot of people in this industry. No one is perfect. Get it out of your head. I think that's one of the things that is a main cause of depression and just bad mindset, is people thinking that, you know, everyone has it better than them, and it's not the case. I'm not perfect, no one is perfect, you're not perfect, but it's not about that. It's about trying to be better. It doesn't matter what's in the past because you can't change it. All you have to focus on is how you'll move forward from this point on to become a little bit better. I hope you got some value out of this video, and please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends if you find this channel helpful. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you very soon. Peace out.